Bob, did you care when you left Dad and Susie? We
How's
got
it going?
one stubborn wanker. Sorry, my language.
Yeah. There you go, the SLS is up and running.
So, I'm a headache.
Right. She's an idiot.
I'm an idiot. I'm a bitch. Edith keeps coming through and saying, I can tell you, but you can't tell them. And then I go, tell me what? And then they cut her off and then she goes really quiet.
Well, I personally would be asking, tell you something you don't know.
Scared me.
What's that? Oh,
And I don't know if it's Laurel or Sonia coming through. Laurel was 1, I'm pretty sure, not even 1 when she died. But Sonia was, Mum believes, 3 or 4. So I think it's Sonia because it's like a kid giggling. Did you hear that? The faint voice? In here, it's like a frail old woman.
my hands are freezing. They're so cold. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, just so I can warm them. Just warm them up a little bit. Oh, it's so cold.
Let me bring it up so I can ask the proper questions.
Did you answer, Fred? Yeah. Chloe's come a long way to talk to you guys.
Okay, Edith, your mother is Elizabeth Wilson. From Elizabeth Wilson, it goes to Mary Elizabeth Bramwell. And from there, we've hit a blank wall. We're trying to work out where she's from.
Fingertips are about to fall off. I think mine already have.
You keep saying none of your business.
Well, yeah, it is Chloe's business. It's family. Family has the right to know. So stop being a grumpy old man. Oh, that's the SLS, Fred. It hasn't picked up anything.
Has she got records or recording of it? Yeah. She's recording it now.
Yeah, she's recording it all now so she can go back and everyone can have a listen.
Oh, Bob could just fuck off. Oh, I'm sorry, my language. But if he's called me a headache and a bitch, I can, right?
It's family. What more can we say?
My nana. What about her? Yeah, she's lived together.
Wow, that guy very mouthy on the very argumentative.
Yeah, there's my grandfather and his great grandmother arguing.
Yep.
I don't think they actually need me for the conversation, to be honest.
Paul knows the app. That's where the app came from. He's my app guru.
So Edith keeps trying to speak, but every time she speaks, Bob speaks louder. And I keep swapping hands and putting the other one in my pocket, and then
My fingers are at the point they're sore. They're that cold, they're sore.
My ass is freezing.
Yeah, kids.
So what were you saying about Nana?
Not getting anything from it.
You see Grandma.
Unless you want to have another walk around with it. But
I am way too cold.
I'll see what.
No, we need to get another one of these chairs.
They did this before. She said, "You'll see," and then he keeps going. They don't want to see. They don't want to see. I don't want to see what. Like what? What will I see, Ethel?
At this point, I can't wait for something hot. We're getting our original back. Something hot.
actually, we got Milo.
What,
in the
Edith?
car.
Can I go grab it?
Yeah, pour me one as well, please.
Chloe, would you like a Milo?
Yes,
Hot
please.
Milo?
Yeah.
What's that, Edith?
Oh, she's just getting us a hot drink. Chloe, are you getting a headache?
From their arguing, yeah.
Yeah, she is. She is, Michelle. I'm not too bad. I'm more cold than anything. My fingers are that cold, they're sore. I'm really gonna have to get those bikie fucking 3/4 glove thingies that they use. Oh my god. The lady said it's not after Chloe spoke. Do you think that lady pretending? Do you think that lady pretending to be Grandnana?
I don't know. I've never spoken to her. Didn't really even know about her until about 3 weeks ago.
Okay. Alright, this is all
She died in 1964
1964, yeah.
at 82.
Now,
Because it was all confusing because they all went by their middle names.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I've been trying to search them up, but nothing comes up. And then it's because I found out I met a cousin that said they all went by their middle names. So. Oh, I'm gonna give you an earful. Don't. Oh. Yeah, Ron. Where's Ron?
Yeah, we plan to, Narelle. Right now, I just want to get something warm around my fingers. They're so cold.
I know Ron is in the wall behind me, but is Ron here?
And then just touch me because my arm's so hot.
Oh, yes.
Ron,
You're having delusions like
my mum has a question for you.
Delusions. It's facts.
Why did you stop seeing my father, Dorothea's son?
Your Milo's next to you.
Thank you.
Also, too, guys, Chloe's going to try and come out with us a bit more again, too.
Yes. Oh, I wish you could just block a voice.
Unfortunately, it doesn't quite work that way, sweetie.
Yes,
How's
yes,
that?
yes.
Is that still recording?
Yeah, it ended, then I just started again.
Yep.
I made sure she saved it.
Cool. Alright. And then what I'll do when I'll upload it onto YouTube, I'll send you copies to the links.
Yeah.
So that way you can re-listen and re-listen.
Yeah.
I'm that cold.
Because with her, I keep missing what she's saying, because then...
Yeah, yeah. Well, on that, you'll be able to turn your volume up, put your earphones on, do whatever.
No, you can't say shit like that.
I can't tell if it's hot or my mouth is cold.
Are you like this because you've got more children and you just don't want people to know? Because I guess you're known for leaving children.
So how many rallies did we work out? You've got 7 definite.
We've got 2 here, 2 here.
Yeah.
There's one behind there apparently.
Yep.
And then there's 2 in the wall over there.
Yep.
I actually don't know if it's 3 because I don't know if Ruby's with Ron.
Yep.
And then they're definite.
Yep.
Down there's Shivels or something, and there's a chance. But I can't find.
All right,
I can't find where they're
that's the 5
connected.
that is supposed to be connected, but
Yeah.
at this point you can't find the connection.
Yeah,
Okay.
because my cousin's saying we're related,
Yep.
but then I spoke to my nana, and she said no, they're family friends.
Hi, Alison. Some spirits can read what you're thinking. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, Simone. I'm just.
Well, they answered stuff before I was even thinking it. They were talking about Ethel's children, and I'm sorry, Edith Ethel.
Yeah.
And I had to like quickly bring up the family tree to check if it was true, and they're just saying the right names. Bill keeps coming in to say like 2 things, and then he's gone.
Yeah, no, I'm okay. I'm okay, Simone. My hands are just very.
Do you know what we need to get?
What?
You see them at the chemist, and they're like $3. The hand warmer things.
Oh yeah.
They're like $3, and you crack them and.
I'm pretty sure you can get thermal gloves.
Yeah, no, that's all it is with me, Simone. My fingers. The rest of me's fine. I'm not too bad. It's just my fingers are so icy cold.
I guess Edith that you would know him as Rodney. Ron. Oh, can you just stick to one person?
As you can see, it's
Is Ron here?
Zoe's really trying to get some answers for the family. They're really not being that agreeable with you, are they?
The only one that is Edith, and every time she speaks, someone shuts her up.
Remember me.
I thought you meant to respect your elders. Well, Bob, I've only got one thing to say.
Fred, don't think. You'll hurt yourself. Okay? Just don't think whatever you do.
I found this, and you wanted to keep this secret, so...
Alright, Michelle keeps hearing Chloe babies.
Yeah.
Is that making sense to you?
I think, is it from the older woman? Because she's trying to connect, she keeps saying things that are making sense, which I've had 24 miscarriages.
Alright, so Michelle, is that from the older woman? You're picking that up from?
I'm sorry, 24 miscarriages.
Yeah.
Wait, from her or her?
Me.
My mum had 6. My mum lost 6 sets of twins. And she gave birth to 7 of us, so, you got to remember, TV didn't come into the 1950s.
That's why all of her children are all within a year apart. And I think Edith's got 9. And then Doris had 11, I think. I can't remember.
What's up with TV having so much kids?
Well, they didn't have TV, they didn't have radio back then, so...
And then even when TV came in, there wasn't much on it.
Yeah. And
to
they
have
didn't
fun
have
and
drive-ins, they didn't have bloody roller skating rings, skateboard areas, they didn't have none of that.
So they had to find fun and pleasure in some way.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wait, repeat
bro.
that? Arsehole. He's just been an arsehole now. He said escort red cigarettes. And that's because when he left Nana, it's like different stories. The one story he reckons is he went to go down the shop to get some escort cigarettes and the newspaper, and the highway looked better than the way home. And that's why he left.
Right, what do you mean 1958, Neil?
Hang on. Oh my god, why did I just do that at the beginning?
I don't know.
I'm a genius.
There you go. She's worked out if she does that instead of holding it. Where's Papa going?
He's not at the moment, so.
Are you kidding me? I just realised she died same year Dad was born. So if I go...
Tell you what, there's quite a few unmarked graves in here. And quite a few babies too. Young ones. And even people themselves are young.
Yeah.
Right,
It
Michelle's
was-
saying yes to your question on the babies if it was the older woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michelle's saying yes.
Oh, hang on. Okay, I've got to remember this isn't Bob's parent, this is Bob's.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm with you now. 1958's when TV started here in Australia, SA anyway.
Oh, you sent me on a goose hunt. I was like looking at Dad's year of birth, like Bob's year of birth. I was like, hang on, I wonder if he's like guessed the year of birth or something. Yes, Ron too, I want to talk to. Stop arguing about him and let me talk to him.
Make it worse.
Oh, trust me, Narelle, you're not
After he
fucking...
moved what?
You are not missing anything in that area. Hi, Kim.
Missing anything in that area?
After he moved what?
In having miscarriages and stuff. It's not something
I am listening.
you'd want to wish on anybody. Not even having a stillborn. It's not something you would want to wish on anybody. Because people say, oh, you know, you didn't give birth. Well, hello, you never get over it.
See, when Ron moved, yes, he's seen Dad twice more, I think. But Dad always wondered why he stopped.
What was that?
I don't know. Can you repeat that? Did Bob stop him? Yes.
Yes.
I don't know if it's true.
Well, that's the answer we thought.
It says something about he had a baby.
But it's not something I'm going to discuss on a live feed. Okay.
Did you get anything? Yeah.
Hi, Robin. Yes, we have another Robin. I'm a Robin Plant and we have a Robin Pratt.
You can't even say Robin P.
Yes, us Robin Peas we get about, I tell you.
Nanny, it showed itself through.
Did it?
That means everything on it won't save the recording.
Oh, we'll just put it away. We'll have to...
Are you talking about Rory?
Yeah, Janna, it's been a dick. Just put it away. It could be the cold, maybe, why it's playing up. I don't know. Oh, if it's gone for an hour, yeah, it only goes for about an hour, then it conks out.
I was complaining about the fact that I named Rory. Because Nana wanted to call Dad Rory, but he didn't like it.
Well, you're her mother. It's your decision, your choice on what you call your child.
I don't care what he thinks. Oh, I can't wait to listen back, because if that word that I think keeps coming out is the word that is coming out, I'm going to be so mad. Because there was words that he was saying that while he was alive. Oh.
Yeah. Now, Kim's right on what she says. Losing a baby sucks big time, leaves a hole in your body, and it hurts, and it does. And you know, you do move on with life. You do.
But a part of you stays there.
But a part of you, yeah, a part of you stays at that initial time. And it's not something you ever get over. It isn't. Hi, Lee. So yeah, it's definitely.
I'm rotten and arrogant.
Are you?
Yeah.
Hey, come on, that's the Aussie way. And we ain't taking the pisser out of ourselves.
Australia.
You know? That is just the Aussie way. That's just how we do it.
I'll just leave you alone if you tell us where the Aboriginal's from.
That cigarette must be a few feet long. No, it's not that long.
you hear that? I just want to know where the Aboriginal's from. And he's like, North Pole.
Come on. Your family has the right to know the truth. Oh, thank you, Robin. Greatly appreciate it, love. They are merrily having their own little argument without you, aren't they?
Like, it's like, do I just wait until they stop, then ask a question? Because I feel kind of rude if I butt in.
Did they argue like that in life?
I never knew the family. Because Bob left when Dad was about 3. And then he came back when I was... Mum thought it was before I was born, but I remember going to the hills to meet him. So I was about 4. And then I reckon between 4 to when Dad passed away when I was 16, I reckon he visited around 7 times. That's because his wife, Faye, didn't want Dad to have anything... didn't want Bob to have anything to do with Dad or Susie.
Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, I'm with you. So really, there's a hell of a lot of gaps in your history that you just don't know.
The thing is, he used to come over and he'd tell us stuff like... He told us that he was born because his dad had sex with a maid, like a slave that was working on their farm. Not his grandfather or something, and they didn't let the mother keep the baby. They raised the baby within, so it was only one sibling that's got Aboriginal, not all of them.
Oh, yeah, because that's what they did. I mean,
So it makes sense, but they're trying to work out where.
Like we were talking about down at St. John's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then he also gave us like 4 stories of what happened when he left. And then he told us his whole life that Jack was his father, but Jack isn't his father. Jack was his uncle that raised him. And then when he came back, we got told that he didn't have any more kids. And then all of a sudden, Dad's brother rocked up on the doorstep. And then from there, he goes, no, you've got a sister.
Right, so it seems to me
You take a pinch of whatever he says, and that's the truth.
the colonial side of it's going to be easier for you, reasonably bit of hard work, but you will be able to track that down. It seems to me the problem you're going to have is finding this Aboriginal ancestor. That is going to be your problem.
I think, because I've got a site that... I don't know if you've seen this one before. So this... I'll go back again. So this is Edith Burstone.
Alright, can you enlarge it?
Yeah. So from there we click on her mother, which is Elizabeth Wilson.
Yeah.
And then from there, there's Mary Elizabeth Bramwell. And then there's nothing. And that's on every site I've ever been on. It gets to her and it's just bam, nothing. Every time I talk about it, he tells me to stop sleeping.
I wonder whether or not you could apply to the birth, deaths and marriages and see if you can get some...
It's got to be a fight, but the only way I could get Bob's birth certificate is by getting my auntie's birth certificate, which she's not talking to us at the moment. And because he changed his name once that we know of. We don't know if there's any more.
well, it seems to me that might be what you're going to have to do.
There's a genetic testing thing that I could do as well, and I've worked out that if I haven't got anything by July, I'm going to do it. But this one is like the proper one, and it's like $240.
Well, that one,
Yeah.
that should also tell you what tribe she was with.
Yeah. Because Edith keeps saying there is Aboriginal, and when I go where, she talks, but then they like all scream in front of her.
Oh, did it, Narelle? The minute we were talking about the Aboriginal ancestor, on Narelle's end, the feed conked out.
Because once again, you're being sly and you don't want anyone to know. Yep.
Why? Are you ashamed? I wonder if they don't talk about it, because even though he loved her, he was his wife, and he didn't see anything wrong with it. Maybe a lot of the other family saw issues with it, and that's why there's not much information about it, and that's why they won't talk about it.
Because the only thing that doesn't make sense is he keeps talking about a farm, rah, rah, rah.
Yeah.
The only one that lived on a farm was Ron,
Yeah.
which is his uncle that raised him.
Yeah.
Which makes me think, did Ron raise him because that was actually his son? But everyone said it's Doris's because from, I don't mean any disrespect, but Doris was all over the place. Was it easy to blame, let's say... I'm not leaving.
Oh, here we go. Now Neil's very good with quite a bit of information. Right, old Aboriginal laws was once passed, that person was never mentioned again. And
That was true.
Yeah, and that's an Aboriginal law, which makes sense because when they do documentaries, and that's the one thing we do have over here, is when they do documentaries or anything with the Aboriginals, they actually have to say at the start of the show that this may contain voices and images of
People that have passed.
yeah of deceased people. They actually do put that warning up.
Is that why you never spoke about it, Bob?
Come on, don't muck around. Be truthful. Be honest. Did you see her as the family's dirty little secret?
I think I said my lock or my life.
Sure.
I was a boy.
Are you ashamed? Okay. Oh, well, that was weird, guys. I don't know if you noticed at your end, but my feed did stop briefly and had to do a reconnection. And there's no reason for it.
Just give me a name. Bob, was Doris your mother?
After a few years, names could be said as the spirit has moved on. Yet nothing from you guys. Every time you talk about it, it goes out. Yet Simone's having the same trouble. So there's definitely something going on here, guys. The son had a...
She keeps talking, but then they talk over her. It's right, Edith. Keep talking and we'll piece it together.
Yeah, because that's a good thing. We can go back on the recordings and listen.
What was her name, Edith?
Yeah, maybe, Kim. But it just seems odd that we started talking about it. Simone had trouble, Narelle had trouble, and my phone went to thing telling me it's trying to reconnect. So, I don't know.
Unless he got the story wrong.
And it's been clear all night.
And Doris, which is his mother, slept with a farm hand.
Well, unless they're willing to tell you, darling, it's all speculation.
That's so annoying.
It's all speculation. Unless they tell you, or there's something there in the history record books, it's all speculation.
It's alright, because I'm speaking to an elder in the next couple of weeks and they'll be able to track it down.
Yeah.
Bob, you keep saying you don't want someone to know. Who is it you don't want to know? Repeat that again.
Well, if you're getting anything out of tonight, is they definitely don't want to talk about this marriage, do they? They definitely don't want to talk about it.
I thought this was going to happen.
So even us having the same trouble. You have cut out a few times for a second or two.
The reception's fine.
Yeah, and yet for that, except for that split second, the reception here's been really good. So I'm not.
Like I had a phone call here for about 35 minutes when I was here last weekend. And that was video call through Facebook.
So there's nothing wrong with the reception, guys. Alright, I'm going to ask again. Don't you guys want to talk about this Aboriginal woman? Is she a dirty little family secret? Alright, let's try and word this another way.
Were you warned not to talk about it?
Yeah. Extremely.
Yeah.
Well, you know, times have since changed. And nowadays you can talk about those things and nobody thinks any more or less from you.
Punishment.
Punishment for who? The man who married her?
He wanted to stay with her, didn't he?